Good afternoon and welcome to Galactic Soul Healing. My name is Sonia Jane. We're going to do a reading today for water signs. So that is Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. And there's going to be a reading for the 4th of January until the 10th of January. And yes, so if your Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter or Saturn are in any of those signs in your birth chart, then this reading may apply in full or in part. So it's going to be a little different this time. We're into 2024 now, so just been guided to start pulling the Galactic card first, and then that sort of sets the tone for the rest of the reading, which has been working okay so far. But first of all, I'm going to do some toning. But just a quick reminder that we will be looking at some cards that represent some of your possible current energies, some things you may not be aware of, and some guidance from Spirit. And also just a quick reminder to just take what resonates and discard the rest. And yeah, also this is not designed to replace the guidance of a wellbeing professional. So I'm going to do some toning, and I will put a timestamp in the description below so you can jump straight to the reading if you prefer, or if you would like, you're most welcome to join in and do your own toning along with me, or just listen or whatever. And yeah, so I look forward to doing the reading in a moment, and I will, without any further ado, begin to do some toning, and I will see you for the reading. Thank you for tuning in. Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces, and Pisces. I'm just going to pull a Galactic card. Let's do one more shuffle. And water signs. Take one from the top. Sorry. Oh yeah, thought I had two cards for a second. We have Progressive Desires, Earth. Okay, let's grab the book of Galactic Heritage cards. And we have number 52, which condensed forms number 7, which is a very spiritual number. Here we go. And I'll just read from this. During a time of transformation, it is common to feel a great excitement and a desire to make sweeping change very quickly. However, because there are many people who fear change, it is prudent to make change that is slow and steady instead of rushing things. In this way, those who cling to the old will not get spooked and obstruct the natural process of transformation. Take an honest look at your life and see where you are either moving too fast or resisting change. Seek the middle road. As you do this, you assist the earth to transform itself with grace and ease. That's a beautiful card, isn't it? I love that. Slowing down, not rushing too much. Awesome advice. We're going to use the Mermaid Tarot for this reading. This is my new deck and I really love it. So we're going to look at some current energies that you might be experiencing, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and also some things you might not be aware of, and some guidance from Spirit. And yeah, as I said before, you know, please take what resonates, but discard the rest. Okay, doesn't resonate, it's all fine. Right, so let's. So first off the bat, we have King of Cups. Okay, so that Cancer, that is your card. This one here, that's a power card for you. And we have, okay, the Devil. Okay, and the King of Swords. Okay, I think it's always a good sign when we have kings and queens in readings, because it's sort of suggesting empowerment and mastery of sorts. Okay. Let's go in with your next row, which is the things you might not be aware of. We have the beautiful it's Two of Pentacles. I love that one. That is awesome. We have the Queen of Wands, front and center of your reading here. Water signs. And we also have the beautiful Queen of Swords. Okay. And for your spirit guidance, we have the Hermit. Always spirit guidance, the Hermit is, I believe. Very spiritual card, that one. And the Empress. Oh, awesome. I really love that. And we have, okay, here, the Eight of Swords. Right. So, let us take a look here. So, at the center here, we have this Devil card. Which is actually a Capricorn energy. But it can also be a card about perhaps over-focusing on maybe like addictions or getting entrapped and caught up in dramas. It can also be about basically maybe, you know, like desiring things that are not helpful for you, that are a bit dysfunctional as well. So it can be like representative of old patterns. An interesting thing is that we are, you know, these are kind of dysfunctional desires, and what we're moving forward into is the progressive desires. So we are progressively moving forward with the increasing of the quality of our desires. We are becoming more balanced with our spiritual and material aspects of our lives. So this is kind of currently you may be feeling that this is almost card of being trapped, isn't it? That you are feeling trapped. But usually in the Rider-Waite, there's and I've just realised here too, is that with the entrapment, it looks like the top of the cage is locked by some green stuff, which is literally seaweed. So I think that's actually saying that he could actually push that up and be free. Okay, but that's also one of the Rider-Waite, the Devil card in the Rider-Waite also alludes to that idea that people at any time have the choice to be free of this devil dysfunctional type of way of being, but sometimes it is because of subconscious beliefs, thoughts, and things that we are attached to in a dysfunctional way that keep us in this illusion of entrapment, of being trapped. Unless you are in a situation where you are actually physically trapped, then that is not what this card is talking about. So just, yeah, take what resonates, okay? If none of this, if some things don't apply, then, don't take them on, because I don't claim to be able to talk to specific people or anything like that, okay? This is very general reading. So, yeah. And often, we can feel a little bit trapped by our subconscious, like the habits that we have that we don't like. We don't like the habits that we have and we want to break out of them. But then also next to this Devil card, we also have beautiful 2 King cards, which is just amazing in my opinion. We have the King of the Feelings, or the Cups, and the King of the Thoughts. So we have the thoughts and feelings coming up. And literally in the air signs, we had a similar theme arising. This often happens when I do readings. Yeah, so this is about mastering the thoughts and feelings. So it might be that you are currently feeling pretty awesome about things. That's a beautiful, it's air of water, so it's beautiful heart, mind balance, okay? The King of Air, on the other hand, can tend to be, although it's a masterful, it's representative of mastering your communication and your ability to manage things, maybe managing yourself or managing others, probably more like managing others it's representing. Then this is also can be about overthinking or over procrastination, but it's also about communicating your truth and being honest, being honest with those around you. And directly under this, what you may not be aware of is that, okay, you're being honest with everyone else, but you also have the ability to be honest with yourself. This is the direct. This is actually the counterpart of the King of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords, which is water of air. This is air of water. So, and this is in the row of what you may not be aware of. So, even if you are being able to master your environment and do everything that needs, make all the decisions and do everything, you also have it within you to be super honest about yourself and in addressing these things. And not only that, you have the power to transform these things by literally through just the fire of transformation. And I'm not saying jump into fire, okay? What I'm saying is visualizing a fire of transformation. The violet fire of transformation, you can use this as a meditation, which is coming in now. And I really love this is violet behind here as well. There's violet colour. It's all around this card. I really love the Queen of Wands. And you can literally activate this to transform, or to help you to transform, to help you to have the courage to understand what your patterns are in terms of perhaps self-sabotage and things like that. Or if we're referring back to this card here, which is progressive desires, it's about acting too quickly or wanting too much too soon and that type of thing. So it could just be that, you tend to be in that mode. So it's really about transforming that down to, slowing things down, as what the guidance of this card is to really just take time. And I think that's, this is a card of transformation, I believe, but also of activating passions, an inner passion, because we're talking about the feminine, the queen, the inner. Okay, it's the inner passion, but it's about taking time to identify that, to activate it. And here we have the Queen of Swords right next to it, which is, it's this beautiful combination of fire and air. So air causes the fire to burn more brightly, okay, metaphorically speaking. But this is the passion, this is the thoughts, so the mind. So when we get the mind on board with what the passions are, boom, awesome. And here we have the direct flow down from the Queen of Wands. We have the Empress. So that is like, as you know, the Empress and the Emperor rule over or have mastery over the kings and queens. So that's even I was jumping ahead there a bit because the Empress is in your spirit guidance. But let's continue on with your what you may not be aware of. And the Queen of Wands was certainly in that row. So this is all of your hidden mastery potential. Okay, your mastery to transform and transmute negativity, and that tendency to hold yourself back or entrap yourself. Okay. Right next to the Queen of Wands, we have the Two of Pentacles, which is that gorgeous. And you know what? This card showed up in right away an earlier reading today, and it was about flexibility and having that psychic flexibility to be able to look at new ways of doing this. Is almost a replica reading of earlier what I did with the Rider-Waite, which is kind of awesome. I can't believe it. So this is, obviously it's about the King of Cups, so it's air of water, and this is about underneath, it's about having that flexibility, psychic openness to look into what emotions and thoughts you are having that's keeping you here or in something like that. Okay, this is a symbolic metaphor. It's about finding new ways of perhaps asking for help, perhaps consulting with someone who is wiser than yourself in certain areas. It could be trying new healing modalities. It might be looking holistically at like if you have problems in a certain area of life, it might be, okay, so let's look holistically at how other areas of my life going, and maybe if I improve over here, maybe it will affect some other aspect of my life. So it's looking at being open. This is a card about flexibility and openness, but also an awareness that there is this juggling going on. And this is what transformation is. And we talked about this progressive desires here, which was about the, it's a balancing act, not an act. It's a balancing process, okay? It's about learning how to not do things too fast and to not do them so slow that nothing's actually happening, okay? Or being stagnant, okay? So we want to get a nice compromise between some sort of forward momentum, but not rushing in a way without thinking. And the fact that you have lots of you have sword energy in here is saying that there's going to be you will have the ability to activate your thoughts in a way that will help you to get clarity to move forward at an appropriate pace with your transformation. Okay, because when we go through transformation, we do need to work on integrating it into life. Okay, step by step. So let's look at your spirit guidance as well. So directly under the Two of Pentacles, we have the beautiful Hermit. So just as you are juggling, you might need to juggle and find some time for yourself to just take some time out. Just what Spirit's guiding, its guidance here, is to take time out so that you can look at your soul essence, your higher self, look at that lamp that is your inner light, okay? This is symbolic of the inner self. The other beautiful thing is front and center. This is very much like inner light is lit up, this passion, and it's very connected to higher self as well. I really love that Queen of Wands. It's just awesome. It's just, a light with spiritual activation, okay? And this is about that process of, okay, let's start to look at that light, what the nature of it is, how is it going to shine, what situation, what environment does it need, what kind of activities does it need to do, and then the other card right next to the Hermit is we have the Empress. These are really powerful cards to have in your spirit guidance. So the Empress is really about that, just really being at peace with everything. Like everything's like aligned. You have this is directly under here. And the other fascinating thing is that this placement on the table here is that so you're literally going from being, those invisible shackles, shall we say, which are really those things in our consciousness or in our depth subconscious that over the years we've continued to do that have caused this state. We are applying some fire to that. We're literally burning the latches of that cage, so to speak, so we can just kind of pop the lid and just shine in our glory. And here we are, just basking in this beautiful on the land and in the sea. So this is a beautiful combination of body and emotion, but also they have the air, so it's mind, body, emotion. This is a beautiful image of basically at one-ment, if I can say that, because we have, higher self source acknowledged here. The emotions, this is a card of self-care, of nurturance, of growth, of harmony, and meaningful and fulfilling connection with what is around us. Okay, I really love that card. Now, the interesting thing is that we are ending with an Eight of Swords, but we might go back to another card in a minute. So this again is once again a card of when thoughts get too much towards, I am trapped, I have no way out, I am this, I am that, and often this is self-judgment. Okay, this can be a card of self-judgment, of anxiety, of that when that snowball effect happens, when we have a negative thought about ourselves, and then before we know it, we've created 10 more, or even, about a situation or even about someone else. We can have a thought about someone else that's negative, and before we know it, we've kind of gone backwards and forwards between ourselves and the other person in creating thoughts. This is all symbolic of everything that happens in your head. Okay, it's not that someone else is tying you up here. This is that we do this to ourselves, unfortunately, and we all do this to some extent. However, this is placed under the Queen of Swords. So spirits, and in spirit guidance, it's like saying that if anything negative happens, just remember that it's probably just a default. It's probably just a remnant of this. And I think it's also just alluding to the fact that there's going to be a little bit, there's going to be a little bit of, that popping through from time to time. But the trick is to, back in the spirit guidance, is to really come back and ground yourself, to just reconnect with your higher self, reconnect, and just really congratulate yourself for being able to apply this violet fire of transformation via Saint Germain, who is an ascended master, so you can request assistance with that. I believe he works with the ray that has to do with the brow chakra, or the crown chakra, or both of those. So if you need assistance with that, that could be helpful. So that is a beautiful card to end on there. So that's what I have for you, water signs. Let's see, was there anything else? Let's just have a quick look at that and just see. Yeah, like we had two kings and two queens here, folks, which is a beautiful balanced reading in terms of divine masculine and feminine energies, which is really a progressive idea as well. And so the final note really on that is to really just to slow down, because what might be happening when you go into this is that things are starting to move too fast, or your thoughts are going too fast. And what's dropping in right now is that Spirit's kind of just saying sometimes excessive coffee intake can actually cause agitation with thoughts. So it may even be that you need to just pull back on maybe alcohol and caffeine intake and just kind of go out in nature a bit more, do some meditation, do some body work, do some yoga, to just kind of, because sometimes the body work can affect the thoughts and the mind and the emotions, okay? And also some meditation, which is what's the Hermit is very representative of is definitely that going within. So I think that is the final comment for today. That's what I have for you, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. And thank you for listening in, and I look forward to the next reading. Bye for now.